Hi, this is Jeanette McIntosh of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Florida Realty. I became a realtor because I wanted to be able to help people through their transitions. Like first-time home buyer, that's a scary proposition to imagine, to be getting that big of a loan that you're responsible for, something you have to take care of. How do you go about getting a loan? Is there anyone that can help me with my down payment? Then there is upsizing. You're maybe expecting a baby, or your parents will be moving in, or you've decided it's a smart idea to maybe buy a bigger house and rent out some of the rooms. But again, scary proposition. Downsizing, well, now it gets very emotional too, because you're going to have to give up a lot of the memories you have, and what do you keep, what do you throw away, how do you do this? It's just so daunting. And then there is when you're selling a property for a loved one because they can no longer live there by themselves. I went through all of those transitions when I wasn't a realtor yet, and I know what I am looking for, what I was looking for then, and that is what I would like to be for other people. A person who is knowledgeable and respectful of what a person is going through, and doing whatever I can to help make sure that I take away as much of the stress as I can for them. So this is why I'm making this series of videos. This first one is first-time home buyer. I believe you should start the journey by finding yourself a realtor. You may know some realtor, you may have some realtor friends, or friends of yours or co-workers may recommend realtors. You may also see some on advertisements that you think sound interesting. Give them a call and make an appointment to talk to them, or talk to them on the phone if that's what you feel more comfortable with. But you want to find someone who is knowledgeable of the local market, that you find it easy to talk to them, that will answer your questions, that you feel comfortable telling them, I don't understand, can you tell me in another way? And see how they react and how they answer your questions. You want somebody that you feel will be on your side, that will tell you about things before they happen so that you understand what the process is, that you can always give them a call and they will answer the phone or answer your text and alleviate whatever concern you may have at that moment. So once you have found that person, then ask them if they can give you a list of mortgage lenders that they would recommend for you to contact. You will want the realtor to give you at least 3 names for a mortgage broker or loan officer for you to contact and get their information. Since there will be more than one, hopefully 3, do ask them when you contact them that you would like a soft pull. This does not affect your credit score, and this is very important because the better your score, the better your interest rate, and the better programs you can be into, or the more programs you can be into. So you want 3 names. Somebody working for a financial institution or a bank is called the loan officer. It is good to have that in your repertoire, or lenders you're going to reach out to, because they offer the loans that their institution offers. That's it. But because it's being kept in-house, they can usually work with you a little bit more and give you a little bit better rates, and have their own special programs that they do that they do not sell out to the brokers. So go to a loan officer and talk to them. Then you have the mortgage brokers, or mortgage lenders as they're also called, and they take the loan and they contact all of these people that they have a relationship with to see what program may be better for you. If you have a local mortgage broker, they may know more about what the local government is offering you in regards to, like, for example, down payment assistance or something. So it is good to have a local broker that you speak with. They're also right there. They're there to answer your questions. They usually don't work just 9 to 5. They'll answer you at other times. It's a more personal relationship that you may like. So speak to a local mortgage broker also. And then there are online mortgage brokers. What's nice about the online mortgage brokers is that they have access to programs that are nationwide, and a lot of those are very good programs. What you may want to be careful with is that they may not know your local market and your local situation. So I had a lady that I had started working with. She'd had 6 months notice that she needed to move out. She spent 5 of those months with an online broker who was very aware she wanted a condos and calculating the condo fee when he would let her know if she could afford it or not. But what he didn't know was that in the area that she was looking at, that there was no FHA approved condos. He just assumed that a real estate agent would give her that information if she needed it. Unfortunately, she did not know that she really should have a relationship with a realtor and was just calling the realtors who had listed the house, or the condo, I should say. And so nobody had warned her about this issue until I came along and realized what was happening. But by that point, she only had 1 month left. So I would recommend get yourself a loan officer at a local financial institution, a local broker that understands the programs you have locally, and then find a mortgage broker that has your local presence also that can help you along this way. Your mortgage broker will run either a pre-qualifying or pre-approval document. Pre-qualifying takes a little less time to do because they're just giving you a rough estimate of what you may qualify for. That does help you in giving it to your realtor and to look for houses. However, a lot of sellers these days want the pre-approval letter before you submit an offer. The pre-approval letter requires documentation to substantiate the numbers you're giving to your to your lender. And it usually takes about 7 to 10 days to get the letter, but it's maybe something you may want to do after you got your pre-qualifying letter, but get it done before you find a house that you really like. So maybe get it just right off the bat. When you get your number, your credit score, your lender will reach out and find out what programs works for you and what would be the best deal for you. They may also give you advice of what they would recommend on how you would get your number improved. They may let you know that it's better to close off this credit card or maybe pay down this loan, or, just whatever it is, they will let you know. And this is great advice. Sometimes it takes about a year to do it, but you can be looking at houses while you're getting your whole credit situation in place. So when you do finally find something you really like, you'll be in a stronger position to get it. So I should have mentioned before that it is a good idea to, when you reach out to the mortgage brokers or the loan officers, let them know they were recommended by your realtor. And then when you have reached out to them, let the realtor know who you have reached out to. And that way, sometimes they can facilitate the process for you. So it's just best to keep everybody in the loop. Okay, let's talk about loan types. First, there's the conventional loans that people usually think about and believe that you have to pay the 20% down. You can actually get a conventional loan for as little as 3%, which is why it's important to shop around with your lenders and see what programs they offer. If you do pay less than 20% down, you will have to pay a private mortgage insurance or PMI. FHA, which is a federally backed loan and that most people know about, requires a 3.5% down payment. they have their own version of a PMI. They call it an MIP. So these insurance you usually do pay until you have paid enough on your principal, like as if you have paid the 20% down. Loan options you may not to know about or know is a VA loan open to our veterans and people currently active in the armed forces. So that is a great option for them because besides their interest rate being more competitive, they may not have to pay any down payment at all. The one people usually forget about is the USDA loans because they usually think it has to do with farmland since it is part of the U.S. Department of Agriculture. However, it does not. For example, in the Lake County, the county I live in Central Florida, a lot of the land is USDA. Sometimes it's a little less, half acre. Few months back, the requirements did get tightened up a little bit, but one is always able to go to the USDA website and see their map and write in an address, and it will tell you if it qualifies for a USDA loan or not. But like I mentioned earlier, if you are working with a realtor and you're looking at houses, they should be able to see what programs are eligible for that home and let you know and your lender. There are programs out there too to help you with down payment assistance. Some of these loans, if you live in the house 10, 15 years, some set amount of time, you may not have to pay back at all. Other loans don't require that you pay them monthly. They will be paid back when the house is sold. And then there are the programs where you will pay an additional amount per month. Knowing what down payment assistance the loan officer is or mortgage broker is thinking that you qualify for is good. But also when you're looking for a house, let your realtor know that you want down payment assistance, because there is a down payment assistance button on, I believe, most MLSs, definitely the one in Lake County that I belong to, that if that is clicked, regardless of the house, it tells you what down payment assistance programs may be out there to help the customer. Okay, so now you have your loan information, you have your down payment assistance info, you've got your realtor, you're working with a mortgage broker or loan officer who's going to help you in your journey. They should be notified anytime you want to put an offer on a house. They'll tell you if you qualify. They'll look at things like home insurance costs, things like that, and let you know and give you advice. You've got your team rooting for you. What's the next step? You can decide that, hey, I want to wait and get my credit score a little bit better, or you can decide, I'm going to go ahead and look and start getting to know the neighborhoods and get to know where I would like to move to and what kind of house I would prefer, getting more information on what is out there and, both in locations and houses and the amenities they offer, so that you can make a really good informed decision when you are ready to continue the journey, or to finish the journey, I should say. So do realize that this sometimes can take a long time. It could be 6 months, a year. I've had people looking for the right place for a while, and that's fine. Sometimes you find the perfect house and it needs all this work. That was my first house. We worked on it for 6 months and we loved that house. It was just beautiful, and it was well worth having spent the time and energy to get it to be our home. Thing is, don't lose hope or the focus on what your dream is. Picture yourself sitting there with your family and friends, enjoying the home that you have purchased. So this is where I leave you with this YouTube. If you got any questions, you can ask your knowledgeable realtor that you found, or reach out and contact me. I don't mind helping. And if you are in Central Florida, I would love to help. También hablo español y me encantaría ayudarle. If you like this video, please do press the like button and don't forget to subscribe so you'll get the other videos. Again, this is Jeanette McIntosh of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Florida Realty, wishing that all your real estate dreams come true.